Hey, we're back. Time for boat wizards, apparently. So, what's the plan? We gonna make some engagement rolls here?
Yeah.
So first, I have to do a thing. Here's the thing with the spirit wardens. So my character, Cassandra Slane, in her real life, is a very rich and powerful noble. So I have a lot of money and assets at my disposal. However, I am not supposed to use them when I'm being a spirit warden because I'm supposed to maintain my anonymity at all costs. Using personal funds can be tracked back to the wardens. It's a security breach. It's taboo. Everybody does it.
I'm gonna pause you for 1 second because we literally have 3 out of 8 on a clock that is solving who some spirit wardens are due to exactly this. Please continue.
So I'm going to be ticking that clock then. If I do
Yes,
this.
Yay!
Judd, take notes. I have the clock on my
um,
character sheet, by the way. Go on.
Yeah. This is so among the spirit wardens there are like everything's taboo. Everything is like sacred and profane and all that stuff. And then in a real organization, of course, like some things are really actually bad and some things don't really get prosecuted and people don't really care. This is one of those gray area things. So when you play a spirit warden, you start with a completely full stash and 4 coin, and you just are sitting on all this money as a noble. But when you actually spend it, I'm glad Jard already has a clock set up for this. When you actually spend it, it starts that process of like unraveling your identity and that kind of thing. So I, as an up and coming spirit warden who's been given a chance to shine and chase a ghost on the high seas who might be responsible for bringing down the lightning barriers, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm like, yeah, fine. I'll spend my wealth. I don't care. So I will do that to get us a very nice high-speed yacht of some sort, probably, to overtake this thing at the time and place that we feel is best. It would be great if we could do it while they're still in the channel and not like out in the dark void of hell beyond that point. But maybe we'll make engagement rolls and see how that goes.
That sounds like an excellent way to gauge it.
So technically, I think, Strush, you are acquiring an asset through the Bluecoats in some way. Like, hey, we need a boat to do a boat thing because as an official police action. And I'm going to like arrange for these funds to appear through my house and my family. Not the spirit warden themselves is not doing anything as far as you know. So I'll just throw coin at your acquire asset to get us as good an item as we can.
Judge, shall we shall we assemble the pool here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, how many ticks on the naming spirit wardens clock would you like to give us? 1, 2?
I would be okay with 1 per coin I spend.
Yeah, I think
however
that's
many
exactly. Yep.
One might
okay.
say we could follow the money.
You can follow the money precisely.
All right, cool. Sweet. So yeah, Judd.
So roll high, so I don't have to spend as much.
Well, it really comes. So we always start with 1 die, right?
Right.
And then, is this plan daring? I can't
Right.
see
No,
how it
wait,
gets
no.
more.
No, we're acquiring an asset first.
Oh wait, okay. Acquiring assets. Acquiring assets for me is rolling a skill.
I know, but
I believe this is either, so it's not going to matter. It's going to be 2 dice probably no matter what, because I'm either rolling exploit or relate, both of which I have it too.
Okay.
Because either I am lying and fast talking someone into giving us about, or I am, or I'm telling someone like I'm calling in some favors and pulling some strings and getting this thing like processed faster than fast.
Cool.
How's Druv feeling?
yeah. So the way it works is whatever you roll, like because it's a downtime thing, I can just spin coin to add to your result level. So whatever you roll, I'm just gonna bias up to exceptional tier +2 boat.
Cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to. Oh, by the way, I gain 2 stress, which I'm going to mark right now because I did not vice during downtime and I have 2 traumas. So I just did the thing. And I think Drab generally does relate. Now, I don't think because it's downtime
I think
fact
maybe
matters,
you've got some blue coat buddies down on the dock, and they just took a boat off of some rich idiot who was doing drugs on it, and they've like basically took it for the blue coats and turned it into a brothel. So like the money is like you, because
we're like paying off the party boat essentially, like
yes.
essentially, yes. And
yeah, yeah, gotcha. Okay, nice.
All right, awesome. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I get any bonus dice here. Well, that's my relate. I rolled a 5, so I get a standard level asset, and you have to tell us what level asset does the boat need to be in order to be badass and super fast.
What level asset is it now?
Standard.
2.
Okay. I would say it would need to be 4.
Okay. I will spend 2 coin.
I will make 2 ticks.
To arrange for the awesome yacht party boat to be hired out for the night and everyone sent home.
Yep.
So they don't just give us some little blue coat skiff or whatever. Like, no, we want the good one actually. But we're making money. Here's the money.
Yes.
The Lady Slane has hired it for the night and asked you to leave. That's what happens.
Yep. Awesome.
Cool. All right.
It also gives Maya like an insight into how blue coats work when they're not Rav Moran, who's actually like an honorable guy.
Oh yeah, that's quite a wild experience.
Yes.
So I think oddly, Drav usually doesn't have like any real blue coat pride. So I'm sure that Maya like spots details and can put 2 and 2 together without much trouble. But Drav does not bother informing her ahead of time and doesn't like, slam his coworkers or whatever. He says, "Got us a boat."
no details.
Yeah.
Nice.
Red.
Cool. And I think what comes with the boat is a sailor. Who never
someone
thought...
who's actually good at this, because we're not really good at that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Would you say that we need a small crew, maybe 3 to 5 people to run this thing efficiently, and
Probably, yeah.
so people that might look like dock hands?
That sounds reasonable.
I'm angling to have Rona on board, that's all I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. I don't say anything. She's just on board.
Cool.
Judd, because I think we might need this, I'm going to spend another coin on hiring an actually good crew.
Okay.
That, is not just the riffraff that showed up.
Cool. Yeah. There's a slain Leviathan ship in dock, and you like.
Right. Sure.
You like grab 5 slain family sailors.
Nice. Yeah, I think Lady Slane through the house informs one of them, recruits them as a bit of a confederate and is like, hey, we've learned that Lady Clave's vessel is doing maneuvers in the channel, and we're going to go take a look and see what they're doing. We think they might be testing some new technology. So don't tell anybody, but like keep your eyes peeled, and like we're going to try to spy on our rivals.
Cool. Yeah, that's very normal,
Spy.
actually. I like that Leviathan ship sailors getting on a ship that was 20 minutes ago a blue coat brothel to go out into the channel and spy on another ship is totally normal.
I just want the
that makes sense. Yeah.
I just want the overhead camera shot of like the black sea where the only light on it is like where the waves are cresting, right? And all we see is like constellations like under the ocean, right? Like the sparkling stars in the night sea, and we're like angling by the constellations, and like we see the like wafting trail behind our boat as we're like heading out in the middle of the void.
Cool.
Spotty streaming.
Awesome. awesome.
Cool. All right. What do you want to do, Judd? Do you want to?
Yeah. So the yacht is called the Seventh Tower.
That's cute.
Nice.
Very nice.
And yeah, I need an obnoxious.
Boat names are so hard. I mean, kudos. That was
Thank you.
really
That was
good.
really well played.
It had to be obnoxious. And, I appreciate that you all enjoyed it. Good. I think we got to make this engagement roll. See where we're at.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think this is bold or daring. Take plus 1d. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Take plus 1d. Is this target the strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defense or special preparations? I feel like it's a wash. Like, you're taking them by surprise because it's so ridiculous. But this is not.
How obnoxious can I be as a game designer? Should I just put out?
Yeah, no, go. Tell me.
I don't want to be bad. So we're writing this right now. So like, one of the engagement questions for Bluecoats is, do you have a solid lead to perform this action?
Yeah.
Because we want people to build up leads and then use them in their engagements.
Yep. That's awesome.
So,
I feel like we kind of do, right?
Yeah. I think that's a plus 1.
Okay.
the reverse of that is, has your investigation exposed yourselves to your enemy so that they expect you to do this?
Yes, they have been exposed, I think. Yes.
Well, then that's
Awesome.
-1.
Cool.
So it's a wash. It's okay. But it is bold and daring, right? So that's like 1 die.
Yep.
Yay.
And we get 1 for pure luck. So that's 2.
You get it, and you get another for your friend being there.
I'm actually gonna argue something here.
Okay.
Which is, I feel like no, never mind. That would still be a Leviathan Hunter ship, so it would be a higher tier, or it would be a match tier even against the Noble House. And Noble House expenditures, yeah. So no, I think it's straight up. We've got some friends helping, and we've got some money thrown in it, but I think it's 3 dice. So let's let me say engagement roll.
Cool.
Engagement roll. Go fast ship, go. It's a 4. It's risky.
All right.
That's not bad. It could be worse.
Okay.
I didn't want to miss that one. I'll take a 4.
Yeah, I'll take a 4 too.
Yeah. So we established last game that it was in the rainy season. So it is sleets of rain coming down. And you are following them up the coast to the west, and you find you find the ship a few miles away from Duskfall. Like, basically, they found a good little cove right out of view of the highest Duskfall tower.
But they're outside the lightning barrier.
But they're outside. But they're well outside the lightning barrier.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And yeah, I think you can see them from a distance. You don't think they've seen you yet, and we're at risky standard for what you do next.
Okay. I'm looking around at the crew, like I know them, but they don't know it's me.
Right.
And kind of getting a gauge, like, okay, they seem okay. We've gone outside the lightning barrier, but they're all right for now.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking at Drav, like, I've never gone on a raid or anything. That's not like what I do. And I don't know the inspector per se, like maybe they have, maybe they haven't. So I'm looking at the blue coat to see, is Drav pulling out weapons and ready to kick a door down and jump and climb a ladder and fight people, or what? I'm what are we doing?
Drav does put on effectively heavy, right? He's putting on
I'm taking heavy also for my
he's coming across as basically in riot gear kind of stuff, But there is a difference between somebody who has like a shield up, a gun out, and is screaming go 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 go, and like Drav, who basically wants to present like you're coming up with this like spy plan, which is cool, and maybe that's all we need to do. But Drav is expecting that at some point during this charade, we're gonna pull up alongside that boat. We're gonna have to flash the Imperial seal and basically pretend to be the equivalent of Harbor Patrol, and get on board and talk our way in. So Drav is like
Okay.
is trying to present a convincing facade of somebody that is in charge and knows what they're doing. Now he knows, right? Like Drav is reading like society. He's reading society from the perspective of someone who used to be a blade, right? So like he's like, okay, so once we cross out of the city, the boat is basically her keep. And even though she may be possessed, she's going to come across as the captain, and the captain is the law in the waters. So we need to convince the sailors that they're not going to be able to come back, right? Like, he wants to put the sailors to have to compete with, like, the city versus their captain, as opposed to just 3 schmucks on a boat with, like, a crew of 5, as opposed to, like, this giant boat that has, like, 100 people on it who are all badasses and armed and ready to fight demons. So...
Okay. Yeah, I got you. So we're going to pull up, like, we're going to turn off the running lights, pull up dark, get in a position to, like, flash our spotlight on them and be like, pull over, it's the cops. like we're gonna do that move on them, and then
That's
and
the
then
plan.
board the vessel and yeah. Okay. Yeah. That works for me.
And Drav is definitely expecting that there will come a moment when he's effectively going to have to tell whoever the possessed body is, like, yo, you're under arrest, and the first mate is going to try and shove him in the kidneys, so he puts extra plating on the kidneys, and, you know, like, all that stuff, right? Like, he's ready because he expects this will not go down 100% peaceably. Yeah. He hopes for it. He's going to roll all social rolls for a while, but yeah. That's what I'm envisioning. This may go completely
Coyle takes their mask and, like, slides it all the way down.
Right?
And then, like, puts on this other coat and, like, clanks with metal sounds, and is carrying. There's this huge, like, duffel over their shoulder, and they put on these metal gauntlets.
So,
like, okay.
Judd convinced me through role playing and establishing the scenario that this doesn't happen. But on my notes for this downtime was Drav gets Severosi ghost outing wards, and that was going to be like part of my clock to get the riding vice, but yeah, I'm I didn't have time. So all of you are like, magic, and he's like, gun. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, so maybe is that our engagement? Can we say, like, it's at the point where we, like, turn the lights on and we're like, you know, stand fast.
We're coming on board. You can keep moving, but we're coming on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they're at anchor in a cove.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Descaval Leviathan ship, so DLS Strange Aeons. And
nice.
Yeah, they're let's make that roll. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do.
Am I rolling? And maybe I can get some assists.
Yeah. Do you want to lead a group action?
That's what I'm doing. Actually, I think I'll probably just make the.
Can we control? Let's control them.
Do we even do? Is control a skill?
It is.
Oh,
it is.
Darn! I'm not good at that skill. I'm good at exploit or relate.
I'm very good at control.
Yeah, but you're not. Get out of here! You're not a cop. You don't get to talk to these guys. What's wrong with you? Enough. Be creepy. Be extra creepy.
It's funny because I also have no control.
Okay.
Like on a lot of levels, but yeah, mechanically no.
No, if you insist, if you're like, no, I've got this, I'm in charge, then at least at this juncture, I'm not going to be like, no, I will do it. I'm just like, no, okay.
I think Drab puts it like, let me talk. I can't see what you see. And if there are problems outside of like the visible, I'm going to be goddamn useless. So you do your thing and make sure that we don't get jumped from some angle that I can't anticipate. But
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't think he like lays it down 100% as effective. It's just that like you catch that because he like looks at Maya and he's like, bad cop, you know, and like, is this my role today? Am I doing the front man thing? Okay. So yeah.
Maya's like, I can be a good cop, but she has that sort of very stony Severosi face. That's like,
do you want to lead? I'll back
no. No, after you drop.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think I climbed the ladder or whatever it is to like get up to the board where we can talk to the first mate, like before we actually like cross onto the ship, right? And Drav just like pulls out the Imperial Mandate and he flashes like the Emperor's seal right at them and says, yeah, under orders of the Undying Emperor, we are to come aboard and we are supposed to investigate the presence of a ghost aboard. Specifically, we need to talk to your captain.
Cool.
I will take a stress to assist you with bonus die. I loom behind you as a spirit warden.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I think actually
We can
like
both do it.
right like the moment that he says like we believe that you have an unlicensed ghost aboard, like he gestures at the spirit warden, right, and it's like gotta do the do. It's a bad one, boys. You might wanna. Here's the thing: who meets me? Is it like some highfalutin individual that has like a lot of nobility, or is it like some whoever like the bosun is, or like the deck captain for the ship?
No, the person left in charge is the head demonologist. It's like their whisper.
Okay.
Um,
Does he look like a working man? I clock his hands. Does he have like?
Like calluses.
Yeah. Like, is he giving off the like I'm an educated whisperer academic that studies this? No.
No, he's like his name is Moon, and he is an old salty sailor who has seen everything.
Cool. So I think I'd like to relate to him. I'd like to be like, look, I've got a Imperial investigator and a spirit warden with me. We got to do this, buddy. Can you please make my life easier? Like that's the pitch that I'm throwing him.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think he's missing an eye, but he just like leaves it. He leaves the socket open so that people have to look at it. And
I don't blink.
a big scruffy wiry beard that's just been encrusted with salt for his whole life.
So I believe that the engagement roll establishes this as a risky position.
Yes.
But if I'm relating to him, what kind of effect do you think I have?
Standard.
Okay. Risky standard plus 1D. Let's do the thing. Boop. Hey, there's a 6 in there.
Nice roll.
Cool. Yeah, he says, "We'll throw the rope down." And as you're climbing up, he's like, "Listen, something's weird."
You don't say.
I mean, being on these ships, something is always weird. But are those Slade sailors in that yacht?
We got the first boat that we can get. I can't really tell you. It's whatever.
Yeah, I just don't want those motherfuckers on our ship. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway, come on.
No, it's fine. I say, is it specifically the house you have issue with?
You just slayed the Leviathan ship sailors. They're pieces of shit.
Noted. I yelled down, "Are any of you not Slade sailors?"
Rona raises her hand.
A gesture for her to come aboard. P.S.
Nice.
This is exactly why I did that. So, I'm like,
Yeah.
we good?
Yeah, I think like there's some jibes going back and forth, but it's like just this side of good natured. Like it's like, no.
Yeah, come to check up on us. Fuck you, like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Hey, just doing my job,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll banter with them to just try and create enough of like to keep the attention on me, so that if there is something to be seen, these guys can see it. And I'll say, I'll ask Moon, is your captain on board?
Nah, he sent us here. He said he had business. He was going to meet us back. He's got one of the skiffs with him. Got 2 of the skiffs with him. Said he had 2 things to deal with before he met us back here.
Where's the chart say he went?
Oh no, he's back at Deskball.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
We fell for the bait.
Is this about the mutiny?
The what now?
Yes. I step forward. Yes, it is about the mutiny.
Yeah, come on. I'll take you to the brig. You know, I've been at this thing for 40 years. I've my whole life. I mean, and
I understand. We're here to help you.
he takes you to the brig, and there's a young woman there. And she stands up at attention. And like when she sees how much law is here, she's in shock. I'm former first mate Talitha. The Strange Aeons.
Yes, I understand. Do you want to tell me what's happened?
I'll leave you here with Talitha. Tal, if you need anything, just give a holler. The guards will come get me. Thanks, Moon. He leaves you in the brig. She says, I tried to lead a mutiny against the captain. I believe he was possessed by something.
Yes. You did well. What happened?
He started turning the crew towards something, I don't know what, about, I mean, Clave was trying to purchase some kind of captain's. A couple weeks ago, Clave had gotten word that there was a book of Leviathan hunting grounds that we could go hunting in for this season. And he was trying to purchase it. And there were a lot of people in the bidding, but he said he had a friend who was in the group that was doing the auction. He said he was in some kind of a seance party with her or something. So when he came back, something was different and he just seemed off. And he noticed that I noticed right away. And he started going around to the crew, especially the Whispers and the Demonologists and the Marines. And he started talking to them about how Duskfall doesn't appreciate them enough. And they needed to throw their weight in the streets a bit. And they were eating it up, man. It's like these people have been waiting for this kind of thing for a while. And I mean, sailors are pissed. We're pissed. We go out there and we risk our lives. And he fed on that. And now they're in Duskfall doing God knows what. I mean, I don't know. I mean, practically all of our Marines are off the ship. If pirates came, we'd be fending them off with foul language. He left us with practically nothing.
Where did those skiffs go out to?
The skiffs never left the dock. Oh, that's not true because she tracked it. We went out of the lightning barrier and the skiff circled back around to Duskfall. They went back to the dusk.
You've done a great service to the Empire. We'll have you released immediately.
Thank you.
Flashback.
Nice.
So I suspect that we might have been duped here. So I have an item called portable lightning barriers, which I would like to use right now. I'd like to flash back to during our trip out here. Coil has taken, there are these like big poles that you like extend out, and you're supposed to put them like in doorways or in alleyways or like fence or a building up with a lightning barrier or whatever. Instead, she's been dropping them like buoys at the docks and then when they left. So I'd like to do a flashback action, maybe Fathom, to have left instead of a lightning barrier, I want to use them like proximity
Detection screen.
detectors.
Yeah.
Like wherever they backtracked, I want to have tried to anticipate where they might have gone and left them as we sailed out there. I want to have left a trail of these buoys
Nice.
behind us, just in case we get double crossed, which it turns out we have been.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Breadcrumbs, exactly. What's the stress cost for my suddenly anticipating our betrayal?
3.
Okay, nice. I am a spectrologist, so I take 1 less stress. So I will take 2 for that. And then I will make. I think I'll roll Fathom. That makes sense.
Hey, Spirit Warden, would you like a free assist?
Absolutely, I would love one.
So I have Foresight, which means that twice per score I can assist someone.
Oh, of course you took Foresight.
I have to play as if I'm multiple people. There's only 2 of us on this crew normally. So
taking your own moves, Josh.
Come on. I also take calculating.
I know.
So yeah, I think what it is like, if you remember Drav sending out that message, which I'm about to do a flashback to myself. I think that before we left, like when the crews were being packed and everything, Drav mentioned that something smelled fishy, and that in particular he was suspecting that the boat would be trying to pull some sort of maneuver. Now, what Drav thought would happen is not what happened, because Drav would have said something absolutely nonsensical to you, like, I suspect that she's going to summon some sort of Leviathan to bring in. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, right. We were all a little worried. We were like, well, should we leave the city undefended? I don't know. So this is all part of that like discussion around, okay, it happened off camera, and now we see that we took precautions. That's great.
Cool.
All right, so Fathom, position.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Actually, no, sorry. I'm using a tune as my action instead.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is.
No.
Yeah, I want to like track them in the ghost field to where they went. So yeah.
Oh, nice. So it is controlled great, I think.
Sweet. Great. And I get a bonus die from Drav. Devil's Bargain. Anybody? Do we have one?
I mean,
okay
clearly, Una's gonna know what you're doing.
I would almost take that if we like, know where she is and catch up to her. I would take it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Una like notices the light.
We don't get the drop on her.
Oh,
that's tough.
Right.
I don't know. What do you think, Lauren? I feel like you're better at being circumspect.
Oh gosh.
You ask the person who has reckless as her trauma. That's
shit! I didn't know that. Nice.
Guess who else has reckless as their trauma?
All right. Well, then let's play our traumas and get XP. Let's fucking go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
cool.
good.
Una knows.
It feels very appropriate for Una as well, given how she's appeared on camera.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Awesome.
Oh, it's a crit. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Because of the Devil's Bargain, it's a crit, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she's gone to the archive.
Nice. Oh, even better. That's where the crow is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
and I think like you triangulate that's where she's going, and then like based on which canal she went in, she like the which canal she entered the city through, and then like on your guys' way back, if you're going back, the crow comes back.
Yeah. Can we say because of the crit? Is it fair to say, Judd?
Yeah.
I'm reaching a little.
Yeah.
Can we say the crit means that the gondoliers are like there to support what we're doing?
Oh, yeah.
There might be a lot of dead gondoliers, I'm warning you.
I mean,
that is how it goes down.
I actually already rolled for the gondoliers, and they do hold them off. So I think this is going to be like a final 30 minutes of heat moment where like they went into the bank to like steal the ghosts, and like you guys are there. And and it's going to be like that moment where like
Awesome.
you catch them on the street and
yes, that's so good. I love it.
Cool.
So back on the boat,
Yeah.
I turn to the inspector and I say, this person has done a great service to the Empire, but and is being prosecuted under maritime law. We have no jurisdiction. I look at Drav. I'm like, we have no jurisdiction. What can you do?
I got this. And I just pull out a piece of paper like it's no big deal. I'm like, I'm like, I hand the Imperial pardon to Moon on my way out.
Oh shit, you're using it on her?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yep.
Okay. I wanted the inspector to pull strings, but if you're going to just nuclear option, then we're good.
From orbit.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those, like, we don't have time. Like, if you're like, they're back in the city already, Drav is just like, okay, we need to be there yesterday, which means that we need to be on that boat and all of this needs to be already resolved. Like, so, yeah, nuclear option.
And formerly First Mate, now Captain Talitha says, if they do get past you, there won't be anyone here to meet them. So if they get past you, you know where to catch them because the skiffs won't get them much farther than here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Godspeed.
All right.
So we blaze into the city. I'm going to swap positions. The crow's going to fly past us and go out to the ship.
Okay.
And hang out there now. And we're going to head to the archive, I guess.
Cool.
I give the crew the standard, if you get us to the city faster than you got us here, and like when we got on the boat and we were chasing the Leviathan, Hunter, like Drav gave the like, and don't spare the horses kind of speech. I think this is the like, I will buy you all like several rounds if you can get us there faster. I don't care what shape this boat is in, I'll handle the paperwork later.
Awesome. Yeah, I think there's one point where a bridge you have to go under to get to the archive is just too low. And, they just like take the roof off of this yacht.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
City's in jeopardy.
Yeah. All the sailors are like, oh.
They'll buff right out. It's fine.
The name was ill-advised. That's why. And I think the other thing that's happening as you're haul-assing back is you're hearing the bell at the Bellwether Crematorium go off. You're hearing gunshots. You're hearing a mess.
It is heat. It's going down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It pulls. They pull you up into, like, they can't get you into the actual end of the canal because it's just a tunnel and like the ship won't fit. So you have to like get off and go in on foot if you're going to do it. And you can you like a gondola like floats out with dead gondoliers on it, and you can see muzzle fire and flashes of guns, and shit's going down in there.
There was a firefight.
You see flashes of ectoplasmic energy as gondola whispers are like unleashing shit on them. Yeah.
As the gondola comes out and I see them, I kneel down and I take out what would it be? I have these like little purple ribbons with seals on them, and I put them around their wrists and pull them tight, and they're like don't disintegrate.
Oh my gosh!
Orders.
Yeah.
On the bodies, so I like snap them on them as they come out.
That's so awesome.
We'll deal with them later. They're not getting burned in Bellwether. Maybe we'll see. I don't know if I have enough clout for that, but I'm gonna try.
That's amazing.
Who's taking?
Also,
point?
I just read that the crow is named Fallen Ashes, which is
Yes, that's right.
So good.
I wanted that on the record there somewhere. Cool. What are you all doing? What's going on? You hear there's gunfire? Shit's going down in there.
I mean, we're going in, right? Like,
Yeah.
My instinct will be to get behind the blue coat. Gunfights are not my specialty, so I'll follow you in unless.
I just want to have one
way.
thing clear. You're convinced that the ghost that we're chasing is here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just didn't want this to be yet another distraction, but it makes sense. She's picking up her crew.
Yes, they tried to confuse us with the ruse on the vessel, and they've fallen into our trap.
I think I look at all the bodies in the gondolas floating by, and I go like, "Yeah, our trap." But I think I pull out guns and I'm good to go. I really wish we were playing Band of Blades because I don't have Blackshot here. So
if we have future adventures together, Drav, maybe we can get you outfitted with some more appropriate ammunition for
oh,
these.
are you kidding? Wait until the first ghost shows up. I'm gonna practically wet my trousers because I have no ability to resist this stuff. All right, let's do this.
So wait, hang on. We're playing Blades in the Dark. Hang on, wait a minute. Let's use our superpowers. I can do a flashback and acquire electroplasmic ammunition for you.
I think that's totally something we need.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. I mean, I have guns. I'm really good at using guns. I just can't shoot ghosts with normal bullets, so...
Doing spectrological flashbacks is like one of my main powers, so I will take whatever stress Judd thinks getting ammo is.
2.
I will take 1. And then I will, I guess I'll roll just to roll, but I'm basically gonna buy it probably. I will petition for your ammo. Oh, I got a 5. That's equal to my tier. So yeah, okay.
Although
Sweet.
it looks like your petition's 0, is it?
Oh shit, yeah, 0 dice. Yeah, you're right.
So that would be
then
a 2.
I will spend a coin instead.
So nice.
Like it's nothing.
No, I know, right? So as we're going in, Lauren, do you use firearms and stuff? What's your...
Previously I've just used whips and I have shot a gun, I think.
Okay.
But I'm very sort of like locked down and secure, like pin the guy down.
Oh, cool. All right,
violence.
nice.
Yeah.
I think 1 coin is enough for our scale, so I'll pass out electroplasmic ammo to everyone.
Awesome.
Click,
Yeah.
click, click, click.
Cool.
Yeah, all right. We's going in.
Cool. So I've got a bunch of I've got a couple of clocks that are shareable. I've got a 6-count clock on either side of wizard captured, wizard gets away. So that's Una. And then I've got the Marines who are now possessed by ward keepers, and whether or not they get away as a group. And that's a 4-count clock on either side.
Okay.
So that's what we're dealing with as we head into here.
I see. Okay, so yeah, I gotcha. Nice.
Okay. I usually don't do equal clocks. Usually it's kind of but this one feels like that's how it should work.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
So we could prioritize if we wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah, sweet.
All right. Tell us the obstacles and we'll tell you how we bypass them because we're going in as far as we can get until something stops us.
Yeah, you're going in and you see a group of Marines, clearly ghost possessed, with pistols, but they have like rifle stocks on them because they're meant to be used in like cramped quarters in Leviathan ships, and so they're perfect for alleys. And they've got these small pistols that they're kicking a gondolier's body off of a gondola and like starting to like get in it to use it as a getaway. and you can see Una in the deteriorating body of Clave, and she's got a sack with more ghost jars in it on her back, and she's just black. Like she's not using guns anymore. She's just like shooting energy, like ectoplasmic energy out of her fingers. And you can see like at one point she like opens a ghost jar, takes the ghost out into her hand, and then like spends it to shoot a lightning bolt at someone. And it's something that like initiate 7424, there's not a lot of ghost shit that you've never seen before, and you're like, what the fuck was that? Like that's not in the Spirit Warden handbook. Like
I think Drav's line here is, holy shit, she is a wizard.
Yes, totally.
What I love about this, Judd, is that it's very easy to imagine the Blades crew doing this.
Yes.
Yes. Like we're showing up and the PC being like, can I spin a ghost to shoot lightning? And like, yeah, okay.
Yes. Totally. In some alternate universe,
yeah.
That's totally the crew. I want a cult of an old wizard who used to run. Oh, fucking you guys! Come on, can't you just be a normal fucking crew of criminals?
What about thieves? Aren't thieves cool anymore? Nah. Cult of a wizard.
No, I want a wizard cult. I hate you guys.
Oh, it's so good. So.
There's one bit of good news. I have not heard Judd yet say that we are facing actual materialized, like, ghosts outside of bodies, which means that I don't have to make terror checks.
Right.
Fantastic. In which case, do we get the feeling that these folks are going to pass right by us? Like,
yeah, they're gonna.
Okay.
They have to come out, and we're.
They have to come out. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm feeling ambush. How are you folks feeling?
Yeah, if we're able to like draw up and hide, in the shadows of the underground canal here, and like get them when they draw close, I'm up for that. If we have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is that good?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you care at all? Like, what is the Spirit Warden's stance here? Like, do you want to like set up one of your portable thingamajigs to like create a gate? Do you want to separate like the ghosts from the bodies and capture the ghosts? Are you at all concerned about? Like...
I am 100% out of portable lightning barriers. I spent them.
Okay, cool.
So what I can do is I have gadgets. I think I should do that when we engage our ambush. Does someone want to lead that action to ambush them?
Yeah, I got this. All right. So I think this is an assault, Judd, right?
Yeah, sounds like it to me.
All right, cool. What's my position and effect?
Yeah, now that you have ghost ammo and you guys are all tricked out, I think we're at risky standard.
Okay. That makes sense. I was expecting controlled limited because of their scale, but can you take it to risky standard? I can totally take it to risky standard. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely take risky standard.
The way, yeah, of course. The way that I'm envisioning this is that like there is like a staircase, right, and like maybe like an alcove or like some steps that go up to like maintenance the ceilings and like the walls and stuff here. And I think that Drav's just gonna like come out of the shadows and he's got like these 2 guns, and instead of having 6 shooters, they're just like pistols with like 3 barrels a pop. And I think he's just gonna light them up, right? Like, cause like these are ghost possessed people. I don't think that I'm gonna try and talk them down and tell them that I'm a cop and maybe they should come along peacefully, because I don't think that's gonna work at all.
Please don't do that.
No, I'm not that dumb. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. And I think they're all in marine, Strange Aeon's marine livery.
Yeah. So they're like outfitted for boarding actions, and they've got their cutlasses and everything. And
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Cool. Let's do it.
So let me ask you a question. Are you gonna make like when we say standard, what do you believe standard effect is here? Am I gonna be able to take down the marine support of the wizard here, or?
I mean, you've got ghost ammo. I feel like you can shoot up some ghosts. It's legit.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna push myself because if you're not gonna push yourself on something like this, when are you gonna push yourself?
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why it's not controlled is because they know you're coming. That's you got that die for it, right? So
Yeah.
like you can hear Una saying like, we're on the clock. They're coming.
Yeah, be on your guard. They're yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren, can you help with assault? Is that what thing you can do?
Yeah, well, I was just sitting here thinking about like, dang, I have a whole background of ghost wrangling. So yeah, I can fully assist in this, I think.
I'm about to ask.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I think like I can for sure assist in assault. But
Like, are you yourself good at assaulting?
no. Yeah, no, I'm very much like a pursue, secure, like person.
I feel like there's an avenue for secure here also to keep them
I
from
have
getting
no
past.
secure. If I'm rolling assault, I start at 4 dice. If we're rolling
that's
secure, we're gonna have to let Lauren.
No, you should definitely do that. My question was, should we do a group action? And I think the answer is no, because we are both not good at assault.
That's fine. If you want to give me like a 1 die assist somehow,
My stress is a little high, so I might not do that.
Do you have your ghost whip, Lauren? You want to assist me with that? All right, cool.
I totally want to use my ghost
I'm about to
whip.
ask some very, very, very dangerous questions here. Judd, can I make this desperate for great effect? And I know what my great effect is going to be, which is I want to keep the attention of the wizard on me for a hot second.
Okay.
Because I'm expecting these two to be able to handle the wizard overall. I don't think that a couple of electroplasmic bullets are just going to drop her.
Right.
So, by desperate, what I mean is I don't just shoot up the Marines. I want to also shoot at the wizard. Enough to hurt her, and I'm going to put quotey fingers around hurt because I'm not expecting her to die, but like to sting her and kind of get her riled up and off her game. Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair. I'm all for yes. Desperate,
All right,
great.
cool.
That's right, great.
That's
I'll mark my XP right now, and then here we go. Assault, desperate.
So you're getting help from the inspector.
Yes, yeah.
But there's no devils. Oh, you're pushing yourself. There's no
I am.
devil. Okay, gotcha.
This is one of those "do you know my name" moments. No, only a 5. I'm gonna take my god awful consequences here.
Take your 5 on the desperate. I mean, it's not a miss.
No, it's not a miss. I was hoping to sneak out a 6 on that many dice, but
It was a good roll. I mean, it's a lot of dice, but
yeah.
So how many ticks is that?
On a clock? It would be 3 for standard.
Okay. So how do you concentrate your fire? Like, do you
Two for standard. I'm sorry, 2 for standard.
yeah, three for great.
Yeah, 3 for great.
And
Yeah,
then-
right, because I had a great effect.
And then fine electroplasmic ammo gives you +1 effect, so it's 4.
Oh wow! So do you want to put the wizard captured is a 6 o'clock, and the ward keeper marines, just like the grunts, are as a 4 o'clock. Do you want to put 2 in each?
Take out the grunts.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I take out the grunts, and we're gonna leave the wizard up for the moment things go south here, right? Because like,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is Drav is just like, you see him like holding his 2 guns like right in front of his forehead, and he says something under his breath that sounds like an old prayer of some sort or something, and then just
Yeah.
like exhales explosively, and like with half the breath in his body like comes whirling out of that corridor, and it's just like bow, 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 like very,
Yeah, awesome. And I think and I think like if like we rewind for a second and you see the wizard, like we rewind like 20 minutes ago, where the wizard is literally like uncorking all of her old friends, right, who she hasn't seen in centuries, and putting them into bodies, and then like clapping their shoulders and like kissing their foreheads and like tasseling their hair, and like, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna run this city again. And then they open the doors and the gondoliers are out there, and like some people get shot, but no one's really hurt, and they there's some problems, but they push out past it, and then like she's like holding the gondola so that her friends can get in, and you hear Strav drop this prayer and turn the corner and fucking decimate all of them.
I just want, like, the first person to be, like, somebody that's smiling and, like, holding her hand and stepping on the boat, and then there's just that explosion with the, like, electroplasmic sizzle, and they, like, fall into the black water.
Yeah.
We're the bad guys, aren't we? Are we the bad guys?
Oh, we are the baddies.
Yeah, and I think, like, the body falls in the water, and then, like, you watch, like, she doesn't really give a shit about that, but then, like, the ghost, like, the blue ghost tears like a sheet, right? Because of the ghost ammo, and I don't think she knows what the fuck ghost ammo is.
Oh,
yeah, it was not around.
That was not around.
Right.
And in the first game, we actually saw her pick up a breech loading gun and be like, "Huh, this is pretty cool." And so she like watches her friends die.
Oh no!
And like Clave's body starts to disintegrate as she looks up at you, and like electroplasmic energy just tears out of her eyes, and she grabs Drav's throat, and like you can feel like an electric current going through you as she tries to choke you. And I think that is the side effect that you have from rolling from not rolling a 6 is she grabs you and starts to electrocute you.
I think we have two things happening here. One is I'm spending an armor to reduce that harm because this is a desperate action. I'm guessing it's level 3 harm.
Yeah.
Now my question to you is it level 4 harm death?
No, I think it was level 3.
Okay, cool. In which case, I'm going to reduce it to level 2 with armor by taking an armor box, and then I would like to test it down to level 1 harm by using...
Before you do that,
Go.
I am very curious to know about Ghost Whip Help or whatever that was. Something happened there, and I really want to know what
that might be what keeps it from being level 4 harm here.
Yeah, oh my god. I have so many ideas. Like, can I intervene in any way by helping out with a flashback or something? So I had a thing in mind.
Yeah. What's the flashback?
I think it's like, so we mentioned that Drav had yet to like acquire spirit bane, like charms and stuff. I think there's like a scene maybe in my apartment or something where
because you put the suit on me before, right? Like you ride with a lot less gear than I do, but you've put the stuff on me before. Yeah,
definitely. So I think this is probably quite a sweet moment in my apartment where we're gearing up for this, and I'm like, Drav, I'm really worried about you. Like, please take this, kind of like layering these charms like around your neck and saying Sivarosi, like speaking in Sivarosi as I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Ghost traps for for our warden.
Nice.
So you can. There's a rule in the game. You can defend somebody who's taking harm. That's a thing that you can do.
I want to do that too.
There is a downside. In order to do that, you have to take the harm upon yourself.
Yeah. Right?
Because, like, the defend action basically shifts the target. You say, like, I take the harm, and then you can test it down on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you how you want to do it. I am prepared to take my... I do not ask Judd lightly if I can make it desperate, so I'm ready to take my lickings here. But if you want to do a cool scene, I'm excited. I have...
Oh, yeah. I love the idea of defending here. Like, as the arm around you, like, without thinking, like, snap decision that whip is going out to, like, sort of wrap around, like, her arm, right?
Cool.
Like, before she chokes.
Yeah.
it, like, stops her...
Totally.
Yeah.
I think I can't help myself. I think there's probably a moment where, like, the ghost locks its, like, deadly glare with me. And I go, "You're under arrest," right before, like, the hand goes for my throat.
You're under arrest.
And, like, you see like that's over bright light that's, like, almost washing out my face. You see my eyes close as if Drav is like, "Yep, this is it. This is how I go down." And then the, like, whip lands, right?
You probably
Awesome.
feel it sort of like, the sound of it in your ears, like it sort of
Yeah.
snaps past you and coils around her forearm.
Nice.
Nice.
It reminds me of the conversation where Drav who looked at Maya, and Maya's like, there will come a day when I will bleed for you, or like if somebody harms you, I will take them down. And Drav was like, oh, that's kind of cute, but like this is like the reality of it, right? Like he's like, oh fuck, I thought I was dead, and then whoosh. So
Awesome.
take it away, Maya. You get test downs or not, as you will.
Oh yeah, I might need help here. I've never taken this job before.
So you're taking 3, is that right? Did we establish that?
Yeah, it's level 3
yeah.
harm.
You can knock it down with your armor.
Red. I will totally do that. I'm coated in wards and charms.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have like extra potent armor, or is it like standard spirit armor?
I think I'll have to check the book quickly.
It's possible that you have like extra fine, good spirit armor, but I don't know if you do.
We've had it narratively,
I was-
but we haven't changed sheets yet. On the other hand, it's up to Judd.
Yeah, I have a spirit bane charm
Mm.
and about atoms, but not like armor per se.
Yeah. So
Right.
fairly kind of average, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that-
I mean, I think that'll take one, like take it from 3 to 2.
That makes sense.
And then you can attempt to resist it with something roll. This is the consequence of a physical action, so theoretically could be force. I'm not 100% sure. I know that usually resisting magic or ghost effects is resolve in standard blades.
It would usually be conviction, but like you are Severosi and you know secret things, so it could be savvy because you like know how to do it, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of up to you in a way, but
No, I love it. Maya is actually like jazzed about all of this because she hasn't had a chance to really wrangle a ghost or anything or go face to face with a ghost since she came to Duskball.
Yeah.
So I think like she's definitely thinking back to those times in the Deathlands, like maybe riding with Issa, taking down ghosts with Issa.
nice.
So I just click savvy, right, to resist.
Correct.
Yep, it should just do it on its own,
Yep.
theoretically.
Oh, okay.
Gotta stress again.
That's a 6.
So obviously,
Nice.
at the barest minimum, this becomes level 1 harm, but the question here is for Judd, does this fully negate the effect, or does it only partially resist down to 1?
I think it partially resists down to 1.
It is a giant wizard, I expected that. I
Yeah.
just figured I'd ask.
It's always
But yeah, I think it's like an electroplasmic shock, right?
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You whip and she grabs the whip and like the current goes through and like still gets to you, but it doesn't touch Drav.
I like to think, like when the point she grabs it, it's like her fist goes purple or like violet, right?
Yeah.
And then like the color like sort of changes to like that very electric, like sharp blue.
Nice.
She overcomes the Severosi whip.
Totally.
Nice.
And then I think she looks at you and says and just says disappointing and says, I'm gonna kill your friends with your hands. And the ghost like starts to come out of Clade's body and like is heading towards you.
That's so cool.
So, Spirit Warden, you got anything for that?
I hope so. Okay, so I would like to attune to the ghost field. Una is still inside this body, right? It's like disintegrating. Has she shed it completely, or is she?
I mean, it's just like she's literally like ripping out of it like a moth, like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon.
Okay.
And is coming for Maya.
Okay, I would like to attune to the ghost field to take control of the body she's in.
Okay.
So instead of her shedding it and freeing herself, I want to like grip on and like keep her in the body.
Awesome.
My compatriots have a chance of doing stuff.
Cool.
And she's not just an incorporeal monster.
Perfect.
So I'm trying to like fight her. I'm forcing her to possess the body, I guess is what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I would like to use a gadget, I think. Oh, yes. So I have 3. My character sheet says I have 6, but that's just the way the character sheet is. I have 3 gadgets, kind of like a leech. So one of them, I'm using a Quicksilver grenade. And so Quicksilver is like the stuff of magic from the ancient world, from Una's time.
Yeah.
Wizards used to have to drink it to like do magic and stuff. It's a poison. It's magical, whatever. And I throw this grenade, and it detonates and sprays Quicksilver all over her ghost form and the body.
Yeah, so she can't get out.
It's like trapping her inside.
Yeah. I dig that logic. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I can I get increased position or effect from my Quicksilver?
Yeah, I think the effect. I think it's going to be risky great with the
Risky great.
with the
Cool.
with the Quicksilver.
I'm gonna trap her in this body, and then we can,
Cool.
deal with that. Whatever comes next. Okay, risky great. I can push myself. I feel like this is important. I'm gonna expend my special armor to push myself, which is a special ability, which is called Clad in Righteousness.
So good.
So that lets me expend my special armor to push myself. So I'll take a bonus die. No Devil's Bargain. No one can assist me with this, I'm pretty sure. I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. Oh, it's a crit.
Oh my goodness.
It's a crit.
How many checks is that?
4.
Wow.
4. Or 5. No, crits are 5. Thank
Yeah.
you, Josh. You're right.
Yeah.
They are 5. Is that 5 out of 6?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We should secure her, BT Dubs.
Yes, Spirit Warden.
Yeah, she starts to go out, and then like the body knits itself back together, and she looks down at this stuff that she knew. She used to ingest this stuff. And she can't, and she knows exactly what it means, right? She knows exactly what this stuff does. And like you can see her like trying to find a way out and kind of jerking around.
It's like in the movies where there's like an invisible man or something, and they throw the paint on them, and then you can see them, and
yeah. She's like trying to get out of this flesh, and she's just stretching this Leviathan captain's skin all over the place, trying to get out, and can't do it. It is gruesome. And I think like as like the only thing that's covered that's not silver on the body is like as like blood starts to come out of orifices and cracks in the skin as she's trying to get the hell out of there.
Nice.
Do we want to end this ghost? Is that safer or better? Well, actually, yeah. Is that safer or better for us here?
Judd, I have to say, Andrew is right in the chat. We're a little confused because crits and downtime are 5. It is
right.
4.
It is 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, Andrew.
Cool. Yeah, it's still a bad effect. I think she is grabbing a wizard jar out of one of the ones in her the wizard jar, a spirit jar.
I hate to contradict yet again, but
yes.
You had greed effect to start, and crits are an additional effect. That's why I was counting for 5, because the item that you used already gave you +1.
Yes, you're right.
Cool.
It's a fine item. No, you're totally right.
Right?
So it's 3 +1 for the item and +1 for the crit.
Yep.
Right.
5.
Right. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's like, she can't really see too well, so she can't really see any of you. She lets go of the whip and reaches back into her bag, and is starting to open a jar to unleash a ghost.
No. No.
That seems bad.
I would like to tackle this person and pin them. I don't. At this point, I don't. What? Nah, I'm making the call. I think we're ending this ghost. No, actually, because I was like, technically, we need to put somebody in irons and we need to take them to prison because that's like the job, right? Like that's. We did a
I
whole
don't need to do
courtroom
that.
scene. Right, yeah, but we had to go to court, man. They cross-examined us. Like, we were on the goddamn stand for an hour. So it almost didn't go well. They had a lot of money, and the fact is I tried to be clever, so I actually used... Judd introduced this whole holography thing, so we recorded some statements, and that was not admissible, because it's not technology that was acknowledged. It was a mess. Anyway, sometimes you're so clever, but this is not like Blades where catch as catch can. Whenever you finish the roll, you're done. So yeah, let's I think this is the thing, like, Maya, let's have this chat between us. Do you want to like tackle her and me like plug her, or do you want me to tackle her and you can like use your cool whip moves to try and do this thing?
Yeah, you read my mind. Like I was thinking, if she lets go of the whip, it's like what's gonna happen is like Maya's gonna flick it back and then just do round two, like around her foot or something, or like
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
So do you want me to lead a group action? And then we can roll something. Probably assault. I know you're not great at it, but we can do some. I'm happy to soak the stress. We can try and finish this. How do you feel about this?
I will give you an assist, Maya, to give you a die to roll. If you don't have assault. I feel like I've already assisted in the fiction, so
Yeah.
Take a die for me.
Right.
So yeah, I think Drava's gonna tackle her, and Maya's probably gonna have to finish her up with magic cool Severosi whip stuff.
I got gross stuff in my head ready to go.
Huh?
I have gross stuff in my head ready to go.
Awesome. So yeah, I think Drava's just gonna drop both of his 6-shooters, which are now empty, right, and tackle this Quicksilver covered body and just try and hold it steady for you. So if it's cool, I will lead the action. Do you want to roll first? Do you want me to roll?
Oh, I can roll.
All right, cool. So you get 1 die. You can push
Rad.
yourself for another if you would like, or we could talk about Devil's Bargains.
I think I will push myself. I can push myself in the line of duty by spending my armor once.
Yes.
Look at you.
Nice.
And I think I have 2 armor. Yeah, so I can do that.
Cool.
Guess what? I can also push myself in the line of duty by expending my special armor because I am natural born police.
Yeah. Does position and effect matter particularly for this?
Yes.
I think we're.
It does for
Yeah.
harm.
I think we're at risky great.
Okay.
Red.
She's blind. She's stuck in a body she didn't want to be in anymore. That she thought she was going to be able to slough off like a bathrobe.
6.
Nice.
No stress.
Nice.
Yeah, I think most of what happens is my first leap is for that hand, and then I do like kidney punch her and just do like an arm lock to like try and keep her from being able to reach the ghost jars and everything, and just hold her steady. Maya, take it away.
Okay, right. So, I have a question. Are we ending her, or are we just gonna try and?
You
Okay.
get to decide, apparently.
I mean, you get to
We didn't
decide.
talk about it, so
There was not a lot of discussion. If you want to flash back to having a discussion, we can. But
I think you should do what you feel you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
don't feel bad. This woman has proven that she can hold a grudge for 100 plus years. If we put her back in the jar, it's only gonna go poorly.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. And I'm reckless, so like, yeah. Yeah. So I think like I pull out from my hip like this white dagger that's made of like sort of Deathland's bone. And then I think much like, yeah, sort of through the temple as you might like a undead person. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think
Dang, that's so cool.
yeah. And I think like you put it through the temple, and then like blue light comes out from the holes. Also a lot of blood, but more notably blue light. And then like you see it kind of crackle, and then fizzle out. And And
Red.
yeah,
I think I pulled a dagger out, and it has like sort of this residual blue on it. That's sort of like, yeah.
yeah. And then I think like you see like her hands, like her ghostly hands kind of fade away, and then the ghosts that she was holding of the murder victims are kind of standing around you. So it's Penderin, Pritchard, and Kellen.
I would like, if I may, to spend the rest of my items on spirit bottles and lures and throw them out like ghost trap style.
Yeah.
And like pull them in.
Can I
if I
ask?
have to roll for it, I'll roll for it.
No, I just want to ask if we like if these ghosts are like kind of like the reconciled. Like, are they looking at us with like?
Yeah, they don't look feral. Yeah, they look kind of.
Oh yeah, I want them.
I don't think there's a need for a roll. I think they like literally like step into the jars.
Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting.
Yeah,
because like the way this played out in my mind is, you know, the ghosts appear and they've got like maybe even gratitude on their faces, and Driver's like,
right.
oh, I guess we served Doskvol in one way or another, and the spirit world is like, into the bottles with you, and we're like, whoa. So
yeah,
yeah, and I think like even Miles Penderin is like you see him looking like this. He looks around and like he knows what he's stepping into more than anyone, and he steps into it.
He is so fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly, that has an effect on me. Like, I'm ready to snatch them because this is like important for the wardens, and like there's a lab somewhere or something probably. And I'm like nervous and scared to fail in my duties. And so I pounce on them like this predator. And then when Miles is just like super accepting of it, it super rattles me. I'm just like,
nice.
Cool. What? Oh shit. Okay. Maybe I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Ugh. Yeah. That's real good. I don't know what to think about that.
Well, let me give you a chance here. I think when all is said and done, right? Like, we're looking around, everything's quiet. There's like dozens of bodies floating in the water. There's like a pile of ectoplasmically dead things and still sparking spirit bottles. And like when we check and see that the smoke is cleared, like nobody else is coming out, I think Drav drops to like the bench in the boat, right? Like the little like wooden plank or whatever you have that you row on, and pulls out a cigarette. And I think he looks at the spirit warden and goes like, so, normal day for you? And he looks around at the like swath of bodies.
Yeah, the full down mask like shifts in to take in both of you, and the voice behind it in sort of echoey is like, thank you for your service to the Imperium. And like I turn and I leave.
Red.
It's so rad.
I just look at Maya and I go, spooks, am I right?
I think she's like cleaning off that bone dagger and like smiles at you and nods and is like,
So I have a question for Lauren, which is, did we have that talk? Did we decide that we were going to take this out, or was this kind of like an instinctual moment for the two of us?
I feel like that's probably instinct, right? Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And I think as you like go through the bodies of the Marines and Clave, you realize that step one was to bust their old crew out of the archive and purchase the map book of the Leviathan ship captain, and just so no one else could have it, because she didn't want the people to have a good map of Leviathan routes. And then step two is when shit got dramatic. After this, she was going to hijack the Imperator and use it to destroy.
No.
Use the battleship that is parked outside of Duskfall to destroy key parts of the lightning barrier, and she was going to wire the North Hook lighthouse to explode.
So as a point of note, that the vacuum sealed tube that went away, my plan for the flashback for it was actually to send a letter to our head of the Imperial Guard here.
Yeah.
And basically notify her that there may be trouble with a Leviathan ship, which may be coming back, either to ram something or hauling a giant Leviathan or something.
Awesome.
But to contact the Imperator and basically have them be on high alert because there was ghost shenanigans going on.
That's awesome. I mean, that would have taken ticks off of it, and also it would have been. I think I would have made that clock more because it's harder to do without a Leviathan ship, and you basically took the Leviathan ship out of play.
Right.
I would have altered stuff, but it didn't matter. We had our heat.
Such a good plan. I love that, Judd. That's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
It was fun, but
that would have been so nasty to have that just open fire on the city.
Yes. It would have been Duskfall's 9/11. Like, it just is kind of crazy.
A scrappy team of 3 people in a tunnel changed that.
Everything. Indeed.
That and the fact that she didn't understand 200 years of technological advancements.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah.
What
I liked
is
that a lot.
Pow, 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 pow.
Such a nice touch that, the old ways are so powerful, but they've also been left behind.
That's actually something that was very important last episode, is the fact that as the wardens before the spirit wardens existed, she believed that the wardens' techniques were superior and the spirit wardens could never advance the city or protect it sufficiently. Their ways would always fail eventually. And so this was a very poetic justice moment.
She probably has a point. We're going to run out of Leviathan blood someday, and then we're fucked.
They're immortal. It'll be fine.
Maybe she's right. I don't know.
The beauty of this game.
She's gone. Doesn't matter.
I mean, we are the bad guys. We all know it. I think we all know it deep down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's the moral of both the cases so far.
I feel like both the cases had a thing where you could have gone along with them and like it would have been okay. We still would have had a cool game to play, I think, which is neat. I like that aspect of them, but yeah, neat. Cool.
Well, good on you, Judd, also to like go off the map here and create your own mandates and your own cases and like really bring something to it that it feels as someone who is a fan of this setting, it feels really great to
awesome.
Like this. It makes me smile.
It's so rich. So I feel like there are 2 things that I really love to pull from when I'm making the cases, and that is the timeline, like things that have happened in history. So that's kind of where I start, and then I build a cool character off of that. And then the other cool stuff is, I don't have to tell you guys this, but I love how all the factions have clocks because it means they're in motion. So that as soon as an investigation is happening, but like all of these factions are already moving towards something. So like I could look at one point, I could look at someone who wanted to bring down the lightning barrier and be like, oh, well, the Wraiths have a map of a good Leviathan hunting ground. Like that should be in play because that's something that could really change the tides and fortunes of Leviathan blood. And it's just like a thing. So yeah, it's neat. It's cool. So I love this. I love your damn setting. It's good.
It's fun to watch someone play it so well. And this group is so great. Thank you again for bringing me in to guest star. It was super fun.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, that finale, I'm thinking like, oh my God, if you hadn't called the Spirit Wardens, what would have happened to you?
Yeah.
It would have been so bad.
Yeah.
That's actually, I sent this message to John earlier this week where I was like, yeah, when you're playing Blades, you think to yourself like, oh, cool, it's a ghost. So that's a whisper problem. The whisper will deal with it. And if someone's like, your gang doesn't have a whisper, you're like, oh, okay, fine. I spend 1 coin, I acquire asset. We talk to the Denver sisters, we make an alliance, they'll take care of that. It'll be fine. But like as a Bluecoat, you're like, what's this money stuff you're talking about? Also, holy shit, a ghost? Because like, had that ghost actually ripped out of its body, I was 100% convinced at like 5 stress that I would just be like, cool, so I stand there petrified, please continue. Like, I can't do anything. Like I don't have 5 different cool ghost powers on my sheet. I have 0. So like it's a very different thing. It's terrifying, and you're like, as a player who plays whispers frequently, you know, I think to myself like, goddamn spirit wardens always fucking it up. They're always in the way. You know, we know this stuff so much better. They're so crap at their jobs. They just think they're scary because there's so many of them, and they've got like these big rookeries. Ooh, you know. But like seeing it from the other angle, you're like, oh, thank God. Like, they all would have died horribly. The city would have gone down. And meanwhile, the spirit wardens are like, we're still plotting and being nefarious and stuff. And but as a cop, I'm just like, I don't know, spooks, right? You gotta call it when this stuff shows up. It shows up, it's out of our league, we call the spooks. That's how it goes. So.
Well, I was feeling it from the other side too. Like I definitely felt, you know, potent in this particular scenario for obvious reasons. But like when it comes to like wardenship and dealing with people and doing stuff, I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah, I hope you can figure it out, because I'm super bad at that. So it's I like this sort of rock paper scissors thing where we have the inspector, the Bluecoat, and the spirit warden that are all in their own domains. They can do their thing, and they can support each other, but there's kind of a bright separator there for who is the person to navigate that thing. We kind of want that obvious thing, and then a little more overlap. We're actually revising some of the actions. Maybe y'all will switch over at some point, but we're switching them up a little bit, so like there's a little overlap and a little more non-overlap between the playbooks, just to give you that like that feel, you know. Because I felt it in play tonight. Like I felt that like really great. The 3 of us are good at our things, and we're not the same. That felt good.
So I feel like where this particular game, like the epilogue on this game, is the Lord Governor on like a makeshift stage in front of Rowan Tower, and you are all there, and all of the investigators are there, and a bunch of blue coats and precinct chiefs, and the Lord Governor is giving this really like ridiculously blowhard speech about justice and how none are beyond it in this city, and the law will reach anyone and justice will be done. And to remind folk of this, this tower will be the new home to the investigators, and there will be a liaison to the spirit wardens when and if they are needed, and that will be led by an agent, Initiate 7424, who is known for being a capable liaison with law enforcement authorities, and we will make sure that none are beyond our reach. Welcome to a new era in which these towers do not only represent wealth and privilege, but they represent justice. And like the bunch of people in black suits
and security.
Yeah. Oh my God, Judd, that's so good. That's the fucking wire button on the end there. That politician making a play.
Yeah.
For political power. And
then the slash cut, right? Like as it's like turning from him to the tower that's kind of like burnt at the bottom to like the blackened stones that they're like shoveling the gondolier bodies into so they don't like spawn ghosts and bellwether.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put do not disintegrate on them. We're gonna have to deal with them later. They're yeah.
All right. Cool. So I think that's that.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to keep playing forever. But
well, we can talk about what happens in 2 weeks, and we can discuss it offline. I don't know. Judd mentioned that he had at least one more case planned, but
do your own thing. I'm a guest star. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this was great, and thank you.
Awesome. I've got at least one more case, and I can do more, so we can figure it out, and we can rotate and do other. We can figure it out. We'll talk. We'll all email.
Okay. Sounds good.
Judd, you and I talked about. Well, actually, you, me, and Lauren, all 3 of us talked about like how once you're out of case ideas, we might actually just like switch the cast up and like keep one person on as their character, keep somebody have somebody else bring in a new character, and then like switch up like GMs. And there was this moment where I made that desperate roll, and I was like, if I'm taking level 4 harm, I'm gonna test it down to level 3 harm, and then I'm gonna recuperate for like X amount of months, and that might be a good opportunity for us to do like the flip over. But then Lauren had to be awesome and save my butt and test it all down and stuff. So I guess Drow's still on his feet this time.
Yes.
So have another cool new scar to have a story about. So go to court with the extra limp so that he plays on the sympathies of the magistrate.
My one regret is we didn't save that ghost because I was like so prepared for ghost court, like, you know.
Yeah.
Interrogating that ghost and then a cross-examination.
I mean, there is still, I think Penderen's ghost has a lot to answer for, so that is still kind of on the table.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Shall we do the outros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll kick us off and then we'll just go down the line. I'll be ready for a smooth outro here. So hi, I'm Strash, he, him. I'm one of the standard people here on Actual Play, and you can catch me here Thursday nights normally, running Band of Blades. But next Thursday we will be off because Gen Con has stolen a number of our players. So I guess please do come back and watch us again in 2 weeks, whether it's for Band of Blades on Thursdays or for another session of Bluecoats. And oh yeah, if we're hyping things, Band of Blades is out. People have received their copies. Judd actually has the photo of the first non-pre-release copy. It's real. So if you would like a copy of that, you should. Oh, Judd Harper has his. That's amazing. Oh, now everybody's bringing theirs. Mine on the desk behind me. So if you want this awesome looking book that we have poured blood, sweat, and tears for 6+ months into making, actually it was made over a period of years, but yeah, go to Evil Hat site, pre-order it. The physical copy is absurdly cool. You can see the sweet foil effects and everything else. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm gonna pass it off to the awesome Lauren. Lauren, tell us about yourself and what you're hyped about.
Yes, I'm Lauren. I go by she, they. I'm at The Stray Kiwi on Twitter, and I have a website, which is thestraykiwi.com, which houses a lot of my editing work I've done. I'm a tabletop role-playing game editor and designer. All my work is on there. Likewise, Girl Underground, sort of the Alice in Wonderland inspired PBTA game that me and Jesse Ross wrote together, is in people's hands this week, which is super exciting. And I believe in a few weeks, if you missed the Kickstarter, it'll be up on drive-thru, and I think you can also order physical copies from girlunderground.org as well. So please feel free to check that out if you're interested. Judd.
My name is Judd, he, him. I have a podcast called Daydreaming About Dragons. I talk about this game a lot on it. If you go to episode 28, it's pretty much all this game. It's like I talk about a cool session of this, and then thinking about True Detective and how setting is used in True Detective and how I think about setting when I'm making a case. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and Band of Blades is amazing. I'm running that, and Girl Underground is great. I have that around here too. I can't go get it because I just can't run twice. But it's really excellent, and it's the moves are really, really good. So check it out. And
thank you so much.
I'm John. He, they. I wrote Blades in the Dark and Bluecoats and stuff with Sean Nittner and Andrew Gillis, and it's really exciting to see in action and get to play it for the first time ever. This was super good. Thank you so much to all of you for this experience. And also, this game is one of the best role-playing games ever made, and you must go get it. It will blow your mind. It's incredible. And my copy of Girl Underground, I think, is in my mailbox downstairs right now, and I haven't gotten it, but the moves are so good, and I can't wait to have it, and I'm going to go get it later tonight, probably, after this stream ends. But yes, yes, thank you. I mean, there's just, all of these people have made so many wonderful things, It's a great privilege to be here and to play games with y'all and share in this wonderful thing. And I will also say that like a lot of what Bluecoats is a shot in the dark in some ways. A lot of our meetings, Andrew and Sean and I meet every week or so, and what we always talk about is this somewhat. There's an undercurrent of dread about what we're doing. Like, are we making a product that is going to create characters and situations that make us feel very uncomfortable, especially in the current political climate. Our own feelings about these things, and it's a very fine line to walk, and we've tried to walk that line. And so when seeing people do it justice, that's an ironic word to use, but it's if it makes it all worth it. And in the dark nights of the soul, when we're working on this project, we can remember like, no, actually there are people get it and they know what they're doing, and it's still fun and it's still cool. So thank you so much for sharing this with the world, and pre-release ugly not quite finished state. It's hugely inspiring to us as the people who are making the thing. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So many hearts.
All right, folks. See you all soon.
Bye.